I would like to introduce our speaker, who is also a very exceptional man, Shiv Shankar Menon. Shiv Shankar Menon is a very prominent diplomat, the Indian Civil Diplomatic Service, and most recently he served as the National Security Advisor to former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, who was one of the great prime ministers of the contemporary era in India. But he is also a very smart intellectual. And if you allow me, Shankar, great gentleman too, and is very well known for a unique combination of qualities. He recently published a book which, in the framework of the Brookings Institution in Washington. The title of the book is Choices, and the subtitle is, well, inside the exact is inside of making the Indian foreign policy as an insider. It's not exactly the words, but that's more or less what I am saying. This book is extraordinarily interesting because it takes some of the key foreign policy events from the viewpoint of India in the last few decades, and he analyzes each case, both starting from setting the problem and examining in detail, how choices were made which led to certain conclusions, certain outcomes, some of them, as he says modestly, because he was involved himself in all these situations, some of them being, well, positive results, some of them possibly less positive or controversial outcomes. The interesting point here is that Mr. Menon, Ambassador Menon, considers that in reality, one should speak more about choices than about options. The intellectuals usually like to think, when they speak about strategy, they like to speak in terms of options. Option A, B, C, and they present the leaders with options, and then the leaders are supposed to choose between A, B, and C. And what his book demonstrates remarkably well is that in real life, the situation is quite different. This is why he makes this deep, simple but deep distinction between choices and options. Well, now he's going to talk not about the past, but about the current and the future. So we have agreed with Shankar that he will tell us about 4, I think, key issues, current key issues for Indian foreign policy. And so he will present us with these 4 main issues, and I suppose he will discuss each of these issues in terms of choices, rather than, I repeat it once more, options. So it is also a good lesson in diplomacy. So I was too long, Shankar, but now the floor is yours, and we are very happy to have you with us.